This card is so much fun and perfect timing for Valentine's Day, don't you think? Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make this cute little donkey card. We are using the Darling Donkey stamp set. This is free during Sale-a-Bration till the end of this month. Don't forget to get him, he's so cute. Okay, so we're going to be making the Rococo Rose one, but I wanted to make the Bermuda Bay and the Blackberry Bliss. But this is the one that gave me the whole idea, and this is from my friend Devette. She sent me this card, and her card says, "Miss you." Isn't that cute? So I feel like the 4-letter word, "miss you," and the "love you" is perfect. And of course, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so I thought it would be so perfect to make a cute little peekaboo window with a Valentine's Day theme. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I had made all these cards, and then I finally reached out to Devette and I said, "Devette, is there an easier way to do these circles? Because I tried 2 different ways until I made them this way." And let me just tell you, Devette's way was a lot easier, adding all the dimensionals and everything. And then you can tell that I did them 3 different ways too. So this one has Winkastella on the "love you." Hopefully that shows up on camera. This one is plain. And then this one, I added the dazzling diamonds. So take your pick, all right? So let me give you the measurements. All right, so let's start with the base. This is the Rococo Rose. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a piece of the basic white. This piece is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then a piece of the Oso Ombre designer paper. This is the other side that I used for the Bermuda Bay. And then the other 2 colors in the same pack of the Oso Ombre is the Granny Apple Green and the Blackberry Bliss. So this piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then another piece of the basic white, and this is for the inside. And this piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so let me show you all the pieces that you're going to die cut. And I did all this prior to today's video because I wanted to save some time. So I went ahead and I cut out 3 of the Rococo Rose circles. And I'll show you exactly what I did. And then 3 of the basic white stitch circles. Okay. And then I have the letters that spell out "love you." So let me just kind of put this in a rough LOVE and then U. And let me show you the dies that I used to cut all these out with, all right? So here is the playful alphabet, and I have all the little dies here, but let me show you what's really cool with this. Now, mind you, I bought mine, I think, last year, so I haven't put them on a board, a magnetic board, because the sheet has, like, the letter printed onto this sheet. And I thought that was so very clever. So I just have always kept them on there so you can put them right back in its place. But mind you, I bought these last year, so I don't know if they're still being made like that. Okay, but this is the playful alphabet dies. And so I just popped off the "love you." And then you could also use the "miss you" from the same alphabet that Devette used for her card too. So "miss you" or "love you" or "hug you" or whatever you want to say. It's just an adorable let for the alphabets. All right, and then I used the shapes, was from the Stitch Shapes, and these are the 2 sizes of the circles. So this is the smallest circle in the collection and then the next size up. So what I did is I ran this through my mini Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine, and I put the large one and then I put the smaller one. Of course, you're going to lay these down on the opposite way, so the cutting edge is down. So you're going to cut 3 of those, right? So when you run that through the die cut machine, it's going to cut the center and then also the frame, okay, for the outside part. And then for the basic white circle, I just used the smaller and I ran that through 3 times. Okay, so you're going to need 3 of each. And then for the donkeys, you can hand cut these out, but I do have a scan and cut machine, so I did use that for my donkeys, but you can definitely cut this donkey out. And it's very simple because you're not even actually cutting out the whole donkey. You're only cutting out maybe half of him. Okay, so I'll show you all that when we get ready to do that part, all right? So let me go ahead and get my markers. We're going to color this one to show you exactly what I did. Okay, so we're going to be using the Smoky Slate in the combo, and then I have the basic black in the light, and then the petal pink in the dark. Okay, so let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take the smoky slate in the dark, and I'm just going to highlight around his ears and his hair, and then also his face and a little part of his body. With me making so many of these, I kind of know where to stop coloring, because like I said, the whole body is not going to be added into the circle. Only as part of him is. Okay, so I just highlighted his body, and we're going to take the light smoky slate, and we're going to just color in where we highlighted at. Now you want to bring the color down just in case, because right where you cut them when we're putting them in the circle, you just don't want any white showing. Okay, so even though I'm not going to be coloring the whole donkey, I do want to come down past the line of where I think I'm going to be cutting. Okay, then we're going to take the basic black. I'm just going to color in his little hoof there, or his little foot, because that might be showing. And then the petal pink, I'm going to color in his mouth and his ears. He's so cute. All right, now let's build the circle. And this is the part that I found a little challenging until I actually texted Yvette and she gave me her little hints. So let me grab my circles again. So first we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of the donkey. Now this donkey's, his personality is more his ears, don't you think? So I'm going to put the Stampin' Seal behind on his ear. And I did this to all the 3 donkeys the exact same way. So depending on how much you want sticking out of your circle will depend on how much adhesive you want to put onto his face. Okay, so I'm going to take the outline or the frame of the rococo rose, and I'm just going to take that part of his ear where I put that adhesive on there, and you can see right where I want to put it, because I really want that ear to hang over that frame. And then this part over here, right underneath that edge, is the part we're going to cut off. So let me grab my scissors. And the paper snips are awesome for this because they got a really fine tip point on there. So I'm just going to work my scissors underneath that frame and kind of eyeball where I want to cut. I don't want to cut above this line because you don't want to show that part. You want to cut outside of this line. But I am going under that circle frame because I don't want it to show underneath as well. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's pretty easy, right? We can do that. And now we're going to grab our mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And you'll want take your pick tool or your paper piercing tool and those tweezers that we used, I think it was last week. So I have mine right here. So we're going to take our mini dimensionals, and I'm going to put a couple of them right on the back of the donkey, because this dimensional part on the donkey is going to stick to the basic white. Okay, and then while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and put some mini dimensionals around the edge of our frame. I don't want them to show because I'm going to be putting this onto the base of the card. So I'm putting, there's like the flat edge. So I'm lining this up here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I'm taking this flat edge of the dimensional and I'm putting it right onto that circle. Can you see how it's flat here and flat here? So it's not going to peek out. And then you can also have one here like I have on the donkey and the circle, because it's not going to show there. And we'll put one up here, again, using that flat edge, but the ear is kind of covering that up. So there's really no mistake on putting that dimensional on. Okay, so let me peel off the backings of all the dimensionals. But the 2 or 3 dimensionals that you have on the donkey are what's going to stick to the basic white. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my donkey, isn't he cute? And I'm going to put this one side of this dimensional onto my take your pick tool, and then I'm going to bring this closer to me so I can line it up better. And I'm just going to set this right over top of that circle, kind of lining it up, and then press that donkey onto that. So that's how you do that layer. So we're going to do all 3 of the donkeys the exact same way. Okay, because there's 3 different donkeys, so we have 3 different circles. So I went ahead and did the other 2 already. So let me go ahead and grab those. Okay, so here is the one with the flower. And then here's the one with kicking up the heels, but you can't really see the heel. But I did bring his foot over, so his ears hanging over and then his little foot. And then this one, he's kind of big enough where both ears hang over on that one. So cute. Okay, so then another tip. So since we're using this basic white layer here, the 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, what I did here is I went ahead and used that layer for my 3 basic white circles that go behind the donkey. And then I also cut out the alphabet for the love you, or whatever greeting you're wanting to use, all right? So we're gonna use this layer behind our Oh So Ombre piece right here. Just remember, you're not gonna cut too close to that edge. Okay, so it's gonna layer right there. Nobody's gonna know, just you and me, it's a secret. So let me show you what I've done already for this piece. So I've already started adding the love you. Now let me show you how I did that. So this is where the tweezers come in. So I'm gonna take the U, the exact way that I'm gonna put it onto the card, and I'm going to pinch it right on the edge, just like this. I'm right-handed, so I'm working everything with my right hand. But when I'm putting my glue on, I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna put my glue on the back of the letter. And you don't need a lot, just a little tap of the glue. And then I'm gonna switch it back to my right hand, and then I can line this up perfectly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that there, and then I'm going to pinch the tweezers to let it go, and then I can slide it into place since we're using the liquid glue. Okay, so that's how I attach the alphabet to spell the words love you. So cute. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put our donkeys on. So I'm gonna put this one on first over here to the right. So I went ahead and took off the dimensionals. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my tweezers. You can take your pick tool too if you wanted, but I'm just gonna take my tweezers and I'm just gonna set this at the top right and then press that down. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I forgot to show you this part on this one, but what I did ahead of time is I took some Stampin' Seal, and after you get your layers together, you're gonna put some adhesive on the back of the basic white. So let me go ahead and do that. Already did it with this one, but I didn't show you that. Okay, so we're gonna take this one, gonna pinch it with my tweezers, and then this one we're gonna go over to the left. So they're somewhat symmetrical, and then press that down and release the tweezers. And then this one in the center will be overlapping these two. And it should be like off-centered a little bit. So I'm just gonna bring this down just a smidge between both of them and press that down. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, love it. All right, now we're gonna grab our Stampin' Seal again. Put this right over top of all that stuff we punched out with our die cut machine. So it's just a slight little white edge around there, and I'm going to take our adhesive again. We're going to put this on the back, and this is going to go onto our base. So adorable. Oh my gosh, I love this card, Devette. It's so cute. All right, and then you can go ahead and stamp on your basic white piece on the inside with the donkey if you want. I just didn't bring over a block, but just know that you can stamp a donkey here too. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the inside. Okay, so there's the white on the inside of the card. And then you can add your Wink of Stella, you can add your glitter onto the Love You. It's such a cute card. Let me grab my bone folder and give that a good burnish on that edge there. Okay, isn't he cute? Oh my gosh. So here's the other one with the dazzling diamonds on the Love You. So adorable. And then the Blackberry Bliss. And then here's the Bermuda Bay. And then this is the one that Devette sent me. So cute. I love it, Devette. Absolutely love it. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll have all the items listed down below. Then don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Then click that bell to be notified when I post a new video. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.